It's Saturday the 10th of October 2015 and I'm at Steeple in Essex to do a walk along St Peter's Way. This is St Lawrence and All Saints Church, Steeple. From Steeple we have to walk along the road for over a mile. At a sharp left bend in the road we leave it to take this, the first footpath of the walk. This is St Peter's Way. Decent views opening up ahead. And there's the usual confirmation, we're on St Peter's Way. And a great view ahead indeed. St Peter's Way now goes through this plantation. St Peter's Way in this semi-matured woodland. Very pleasant here. Emerging from the woodland, the walk crosses this field. St Peter's Way now comes to this road and it goes straight across to the footpath opposite. Now heading across this field to this hedge, which will be followed on the left. And on joining the hedge at its corner, there's clear evidence we're on St Peter's Way, and there is the clearer path ahead. Now heading across this large field, no visible path. Now following the right-hand edge of this large field. St Peter's Way now joins this road for a short distance. At this T-junction, St Peter's Way bears a few yards to the right and takes a footpath over there. Now heading towards Tillingham on St Peter's Way. Approaching the village of Tillingham, St Peter's Way crosses to the other side of the hedge. And there's a view of the church at Tillingham. And there's another view of the church at Tillingham. St Peter's Way passes this church. Now heading out of Tillingham along St Peter's Way. At this junction of paths, St Peter's Way continues ahead beside the hedge. St Peter's Way now continues ahead along this road. Further on, St Peter's Way goes along this unsurfaced track, and to my left, wind turbines. St Peter's Way now heads across here. Now heading alongside this ditch. Now on the edge of this field. St Peter's Way comes to this lane, which we head up. At this point, St Peter's Way turns left. Down there. As you can see from the waymark post, we now head up to the main seawall. Now heading north along the main seawall. Great views to my right. The seawall bears right here. Up there. As you can see, the seawall is about to make a left turn now. We're right by the sea. The view along the seawall after the left turn. Over to my left, wind turbines galore. There's the seawall ahead, St Peter's Way. The seawall bears left again away from the sea. Still heading along the seawall along St Peter's Way. The seawall turns right again and heads towards St Peter's Chapel and the end of St Peter's Way. Heading towards St Peter's Chapel along the seawall. Well, there it is, St Peter's Chapel, the end of St Peter's Way, and as you can see it's all covered in scaffolding. All that remains now is to walk down the road to Bradwell for the bus. That's about 2 miles. Now walking to the bus stop in Bradwell. Here's the church of Bradwell on Sea. And there's a good view of the church tower of the church of Bradwell on Sea. Now on the bus out of Bradwell at the end of today's walk.